On the SS Glendora on Thursday in June.
There you go. Zoom in right there.
Gregory, look at our story.
Oh, it says from page 1, so hold on, let me get to page 1.
Oh, it was on page 1?
Here it is.
Where is it, honey?
This right here, it says 1950s TV celebrity Glendora holds record for public access shows.
Wow, what a headline.
There's a picture of you, and there's the article, and then it carries on here with another picture of you, and here Glendora is surrounded by fans in Pittsfield Commons in 1953, and Glendora is the captain of the SS Glendora on WRGB in 1956.
Hey! Thank you, others. It's all others who did it. Thank you, Debbie.
Was that Jim Schulman? Is that?
Yeah.
He was the fan of your show back then.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, right on the front page.
Well, I didn't think it was going to be on the front page. Did
It's
you?
on the front page of the
So what day? What?
section B1.
Thank you.
Yeah. What day are you going to?
It was Thursday. What day did we go? Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Oh, okay.
Saturday we go over there, folks.
All right. So.
All right, so Glendora.
Plan that.
Greg, yeah, you want to stay around and help on camera?
I'll say goodbye.
Oh, bye, my darling.
Yes.
And listen, thank you so much.
Yes. You're welcome.
Thank you. You
All
were
right.
such a big help.
Yeah, all right, good. Yeah.
We'll see you next.
Yeah, we're going to try to get here next time.
Yeah. Did you like it out here?
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you for taking care of the sweet potatoes.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that was good. We're going to set it up outside the same way again, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so we're going to unrecord that.
Good.
Turn it off. Is the door closed?
Yeah, there it is. Let it go. There.
Oh, yeah.
It's recording.
Okay.
Okay, you're recording. Go ahead and tell me. You're recording.
This is Charlie. And Charlie's from Peru. And he came all the way over here.
That's right. To see you,
And who came with you?
Jennifer. My beautiful bride of 11 years today.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's our anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. What else do you want me to say?
What is it like living in Peru?
It's cold in the winter and rotten. And I gotta plow the driveway from here to that building way over there.
Wow, really?
Yeah, this time of year, nice. Very nice.
Paradise.
The what now?
I don't know the name of the mountain. Peru Mountain, as far as I know.
I think it's Peru Mountain.
Peru Mountain.
Isn't it Lebanon Mountain?
No, Lebanon Mountain's over here between Mass and New York. That's when everybody went over the mountain to drink when they were 18. Look at her laugh.
I remember those days.
That's Jeannie.
But I didn't drink. Janie, yeah.
They go over to the showboat. You must have heard of the showboat, even way over in Albany.
Yeah, it's no more, right?
No, it's no more burned down.
And what about the one that was owned by Tilden? Tilden.
I don't know him.
Tilden Plaza?
Tilden. He was candidate for president of the United States.
Oh, him. No, I don't know.
What did he own?
Pillars, maybe?
I
You own the pillars?
Maybe.
That burned down too.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, but it was still going up until they just sold it.
Yeah,
We went there many times.
yeah.
What did one snowman say to the other? David, you know, Charlie?
No, I don't.
One snowman said to the other, I haven't seen our friend Herb around lately, have you? And the other snowman said, not since he was
Do I need to draw a name yet?
All right.
That's good. That's good.
Where does does the snowman keep his money?
Where does the snowman keep his money? I give up.
Snowbank.
Let's see who's gonna get the big trip to the Colonial Theater.
Not all.
Why did Sandy, why did the
Anybody else want to buy a ticket before we go for the Colonial Theater? They're $2 a piece. Going once, going twice, going 3 times.
number?
All right, this is for 2 free tickets to the Colonial, $120 for whatever show they let you guys pick. Who's picking?
Why did they what?
I want to pick because I want to.
Wayne will pick. Wayne will pick.
If I pick and win, that wouldn't be fair.
All right.
Pick mine, pick mine.
All right. Is there a name on the back? Yes. Susan Geller. Oh, is she going to be happy? Oh, I know Susan. I know. For years. All right.
Sandy, why did
Maybe you can
why
get
did
one
the
of Susan.
prince bring
All right. I got to call her up too.
why did the prince bring his daddy to school?
Why did the prince bring his daddy to school, Glendora?
Because the teacher said bring a ruler to school.
That's good.
I told that one to my class. They liked
You did?
Yes, they liked it.
Oh, you're a teacher?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. My daughter's a teacher.
It's a great job.
The ghost? How about the ghost one?
Yeah, wonderful.
Do you know the ghost one?
Yeah, tell me the ghost.
I don't know the ghost one.
What did one ghost say to another?
What did one ghost say to the another?
Frankly, I don't believe in people.
Whoa! That was good.
What
Susie
school?
Geller?
What school did King Arthur go to?
Susie, this is your friend.
What school did King Arthur go to?
Night school.
Hi. What do you think I might be calling?
Should have gotten that one.
I got tapes.
Should have known.
Something you want, something.
In your book?
Free tickets to the Colonial Theater.
It's about American International College. And
Did you get a book?
Oh, wow, look.
Yeah, that's yours. I gave it to you.
I got more
I'm pretty
pictures of you.
sure that there was a campus for American International College near where I grew up.
And you would be right.
These books.
But I'm sure they had many campuses.
We're going to be here till 5.
Glendora, does the American International College have more than one campus?
I didn't draw the
Are they
name.
located?
Oh,
No?
Wayne Collins drew the name. I just tell you what.
Yeah.
And where is that?
Springfield, Massachusetts.
All right, honey. Thanks.
Because I really thought that there was like this extension campus on Long Island when I was growing up, near where I lived. And it was on some old estate. That would have been like in the 60s.
Did it become a college?
It was my understanding that it was part of American International College. I'll have to see if my mother remembers anything about it.
To the best of my knowledge, no.
Okay. I could be mistaken.
And I really understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, it looked like you did.
I was calling Susie Geller. She won the
Susie
tickets
Geller?
to the
Name
Colonial.
sounds familiar.
She's here on there.
I knew her years ago.
Coming as soon as Charlie Stickles gets out of that
All
store.
right, goodbye.
She was a friend of John Schweitzer.
Very nice to
That's
see you.
how I knew her.
Thank you for coming so far from Peru.
From Peru, it was a long ride. We rode for hours
It was
and
a
hours and
pleasure.
hours. I'm full of it, huh? You could tell, look. I got brown eyes. It tells you I'm full of it.
Glendora, I see that on your collar you have those crosses and it looks like
Lighthouse.
a lighthouse in the middle of it.
Yeah.
What is that a symbol for?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not symbol-minded.
Okay. Well, it just lighthouse is a very significant.
I like that.
It was some organization trying to help people.
There, I moved. You moved, didn't you? See?
Is there an organization called Lighthouse?
All the time.
I think there might have been, or might be.
There's quite a few, actually. I think
I got it
quite a
there.
few different spiritual
I already warmed it up
organizations
for
that
you.
use the
That's
lighthouse
good.
as a symbol, right? Because it's a beacon and
Finish the chicken?
a safe harbor and,
Very good.
right?
All that stuff, all that good stuff.
Hey,
They
oh
call
my
the
gosh,
ship
I haven't even seen this yet on the paper.
You just said you did.
Yeah.
I didn't see this big picture here. That's nice.
Does it mention on the front page that it's over?
Glendora and Satellite 6 WRGB 1958. Now, what I send them and what they write are three different things. That's the media for you.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the interview.
Okay, I want to see what the other rest of the article says. Page 3. Front page of the second.
Bye, nice meeting you.
Every time.
Glendora, your friends are leaving.
Can you see it?
And it's on the front page?
Front page of the second section of the
Okay, show
Eagle.
that to the people. What did you say, Sandy?
I said they're leaving. They said goodbye to you.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, Charlie. Bye-bye, Jennifer.
Enjoy the rest of your anniversary.
Sandy, this is on the front page of the Berkshire Eagle. And what this is? Tell them what this
I'll read it.
Oh, I see. I see the picture. Yeah, go ahead.
And
Read
the
it.
nice thing about this is on the back we have an ad for today. No, that wasn't for today. That was for
Oh,
last week.
nice. Very
Let
nice.
her go back and finish this one,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, I got it. Got it.
She's
Yeah.
What does it say?
I'll read it.
This part right here.
I'll read it, but you want to see this section too.
Yeah,
They
well-
put 3 pictures in the Eagle. Isn't that nice?
Great.
Yeah.
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 Can't believe
Very
tell me
good.
what
That's
it says
amazing.
On the front page of the paper.
I will read it. I'm going to read the whole thing. Okay?
Yep.
The front page says, commentary, 1950s TV celebrity Glendora holds a record for public access shows. So that's the title. 1950s TV celebrity Glendora holds the record for public access shows.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
And that's a picture of the show?
That's a picture of you at Satellite 6 that I gave them, Glendora, on Satellite 6 WRGB 1958. And this handsome guy here is a Jim Schulman.
Really?
On the same page with Glendora.
Really?
I love this lady, I'm telling you. Mwah. In the 1950s, families in the Berkshires bought their first television sets. Back then, TVs were only black and white, either large consoles connected to an antenna on the roof, or a portable model with indoor rabbit ear antennas. Cable TV and color television did not yet exist. WRGB Channel 4 was the only station. Weekday programming for children was an hour or so around dinner time. The station offered its own produced shows like Great Time Stories, that is the Freddie Freihofer show, and Bronco Bill, who showed short movies, and syndicated shows like Howdy Doody, Kukla, Fran and Ollie, and a few others. In 1956, WRGB offered a new show called the SS Glendora that was hosted by a feisty young lady named Glendora, who portrayed a boat captain with a crew of uniformed young guests. Shortly after this show aired, WRG became Channel 6 and introduced Glendora as the captain of a spaceship on Satellite 6. Many baby boomers watched the show with the Felix the Cat cartoons and hearing on the phone Glendora's nemesis, Mr. Moona Moolah, aluminum spelled backwards.
Mooney Moolah.
Mooney Moolah, aluminum spelled backwards, who gave her grief in gibberish. A few years ago, I came across a 1950s picture of Glendora with children in the playground at Pittsfield's Common. Oh, I got 2 girlfriends. Please come, sit down. Please, come here and sit down, please, Terry. I got my 2 girlfriends with me.
Good, I'm glad you stopped. I gotta just change my battery.
All right, we're taking a pause for a minute while she changes her batteries. You have to charge your batteries every once in a while? I charge my batteries. I'll have a glass of red wine. Don't call it Italian red wine.
I was just gonna say, is it Italian?
That's Chianti.
Yeah.
I like the basket. I don't like the wine, but I like the basket.
That's nice.
Yeah. Are we all set?
Wait a second.
Wait 1
Gotta
minute.
wait till the hourglass.
Howard, tell me a joke. What did the soldier say? I don't know. Tell me. What?
Frankly, I don't believe in people.
I don't believe in people. What did the little firecracker say to the big fire? My pop is bigger than yours. What did one wall say to the other wall? I'll meet you at the corner. Okay. Are we ready?
We're ready.
We're ready. All right. I have to start all over again.
What was Pencil's born?
Pencil's born in Leadville.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, geez. Okay, a few years ago I came across a 1950s picture of Glendora with children in the playground at Pittsfield's Common. I thought I would try to locate Glendora if she was still living and do a story about her and the Berkshire connection. I found her living about an hour from Pittsfield and she was in good health. The most interesting thing I learned from meeting Glendora is that she is still very active in the media at age 89. In fact, she has had the longest continuously running public access TV program in the world, mind you, called A Chat with Glendora. And it's aired throughout the U.S. since 1972. That's 45 years. Yeah, there's it. Everybody got that one? I want to take a picture of that later. Okay?
Yep.
All right. And when I wrote this article, I had said there were over 11,300 shows to date. It's more like 11,500 shows to date. And it's still counting. 600. Glendora told me she always wanted to be in the public's eye. As a youngster growing up in Maine and then Springfield, she loved comedy and would do her own monologues and tell jokes. To this day, she has a new joke every day that she loves to share. Glendora graduated from the American International College in Springfield. You sent there, where she earned a bachelor's degree in psychology and English. After graduation in 1951, she moved to Hollywood, where she took a course in script writing at the NBC building. So we all saw this picture of Satellite 6. So now I'm going to open it up to continue. And on page 3,
You're doing very well.
I'm very skilled at this. All right, now I wanted to show you page 3 before I read it. There's two pictures there. The top picture is here in Pittsfield around 1951 at the Common, when Glendora worked in Channel 74 for Leon Podolsky, who owned WBRK, was a TV station, the first in Pittsfield, the Greylock Broadcasting. They had a tower up in Mount Greylock that kept going over. But there she is in the Common. The second picture is the SS Glendora show in 1956, WRGB.
Are you reading from the New York Times?
I'm making it up. All right. So, in California, boy, they gave you 4 pictures. I only get 1. There she got to meet Bob Hope, who invited her to join him on one of his radio shows. Glendora met many TV celebrities, but she knew she needed to start in television in a much smaller locale. And this brought her to Pittsfield in 1953. She began as a copywriter for commercials for WMGT, Pittsfield's first television station located at the WBRK studio.
What did MGT stand for?
Mount Greylock Telecasting or Televisor.
Very good. Go ahead of the class.
I will,
Mount Greylock.
but I'd rather have an M&M.
Mount Greylock Television.
There we go. Soon she hosted a 15-minute weekly show called Picture Party. In 1954, she was hired by WMUR in Manchester, New Hampshire, where she appeared on a 45-minute daily show that was the start of the SS Glendora. In 1954, Glendora married Franklin Buell, a longtime friend and reporter for her hometown newspaper, the Springfield Union.
For money in my bank.
During their marriage, they did a lot of commuting as they worked in different locales. In 1956, WRGB bought the SS Glendora show, and soon she was on TV 5 days a week on a 45-minute Satellite 6 show. She remained with WRGB until 1962 and recalls it being a great time for live TV. She retired from TV for 10 years, but in 1972 got on public access television to begin A Chat with Glendora, where she interviewed celebrities and shared her words of wisdom with humor. Sadly, Franklin passed away in 2003, but Glendora remains upbeat and positive and loves to share her experiences. She is planning to be available to sign photos from noon to 5 p.m. July 1st at the Berkshire The event is open to the public for the cost of a carousel ride. Come and meet the incredible Glendora.
Jim, you wrote that very well.
Thank you very much. I had good material.
And your
This one I already did. I already did you a long time ago on the Eagle. I know, I have you on the Berkshire Eagle a long time. So what's very nice is that this is all true and I didn't lie. There's no fake news here.
no, and your accuracy is commendable.
It is, but I had a good source of information.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
And what are you working on now for a book?
Oh, you're interviewing me now. I got to be careful what I say. Well, I've actually written 4 books. 3 of them are for sale here. This is the carousel book that tells you all about the Berkshire carousel horses and the chariots and who sponsored them and what famous artists they were made for. And so I wrote this book last year for the grand opening. The other 2 books are called
Horsing around.
Horsing Around. The other 2 books are called Berkshire Memories, A Baby Boomer Looks Back at Growing Up in Pittsfield. And the 4th book, Bob should have a copy of. You might not. It was our 50th high school reunion, and I did a book, but it was all on a disc. Do you have that? Yeah. The disc has stories about all the classmates and what they did since high school, and stories about Pittsfield and all those various things. So right now I write for the Eagle, and when I sell out of all these other books, book number 3 is being done. That's what I'm working on. Right.
Good for you.
And this lady here has written a cookbook, but she was telling me she's writing a book about Mars. How's that coming?
Yeah. Well, I'm getting all the statistics together about outer space and what's happening in outer space. And now at Mars, they're doing growing greens for the people that are going to go up there for a year. So they've got plants indoors growing greens and everything for the astronauts
And where are they growing them?
in the capsule.
Oh, they were growing it now in a capsule that's going to go to Mars? Holy moly.
Yeah.
What do you think our chances of getting a trip to Mars are? Do we have any volunteers?
Not me.
Bob
There's
will-
one.
He'll be the first Martian from Pittsfield.
Well, we'll see. Another 10, 15 years, they're going to take rides up there. And we're going to have people that go up there that want to take the chance. You want to go?
You know what? People might think that's silly, but 10 years ago, when they talked about doing something called the cell phone, the iPhone, people said you're nuts.
Yeah.
That's only 10 years old, those phones. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And when we were in high school, you talked about computers. We didn't even have calculators. We had slide rules. Does anybody know what a slide rule is? Yeah. And when we had telephones, we didn't have these little things. We had rotary phones.
Now you got to carry them around in your hand.
Yeah, but you can carry them wherever you go. And the funniest thing is when Bob, you may remember this, for the 40th high school reunion, I gave everybody a copy of South Pacific CD. So I go into a store and I ask somebody in the store, do you have vinyl plastic records? And the person said, what is that? And I said, well, they were things that you put on a phonograph. They had a needle, and the girl goes, oh, I know what those are. My folks told me. They were like CDs with a big hole in the middle.
By the way, I got
I'd love to see them if they're about this area. Oh, that would be wonderful.
Let me know because they're in the attic.
Oh, yeah, we got to get that. We'll sell them here.
Well, I got a whole bunch of them.
Oh, nice. So this is good. Well, thank you, Sandy, for doing this. You
Okay.
always bring such beautiful people here, I'm telling you.
MIC.
K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, Mickey
I
Mouse,
got that one too.
Donald Duck.
Jerry, do you have the Mars Society?
Jeannie, I want to take your picture. Turn around.
Our website?
I don't have anything on the website. I want to get rid of all these records. I got a ton of them. Like Mickey Mouse and all those. I can't even tell you.
Oh, I have a bunch of those 78 RPMs. I like them. We're going to put them in the museum here when we set it up, the exhibit hall. I got bottles, I got
Yeah, they're
all
right on the
kinds of
attic
stuff.
right now. You got all the good ones.
You want an autograph photograph? She'll autograph it for you right here. Want to autograph one? We'll autograph one for each of Bob. But I want to take a picture of this so I can see it. Here, Bob, she wants you to sign the book first.
I'll give you both pictures, huh?
Here you go, sir.
Hello.
Peg and I are gonna go. Save those
So
records.
glad you came. You're so sweet. I wish you had sold a few more notebooks here. But this is the first year. We're going to do this every year. So in about 15 years, there'll be about 2,000 people there. Yeah, you and I will be picking. You know what my dad said? You know what my dad said? He said he had a girlfriend and they're both in their 90s, and he said, we're going to get married when we turn 100, and the wedding is going to be on a cruise ship that hasn't been built yet. She's 97. He didn't quite make it. But we were at the 4th of July parade, and I met her daughter. I'm sitting beside her daughter.
What's that?
Said,
Did you want to talk to Glendora?
I said, I'm going to have an older sister. She said, what are you talking about? I said, our parents are getting married. She almost fell out of her church. I said, they're going to get married in 10 years when they turn 100 and go on a cruise. She laughed. Yeah. Really, it's not.
I think so. I think we're here, but I don't know. They're so stable right now. I'll move the camera and you go and talk to him. Yeah, I want to talk to you.
I know you. What?
Go ahead.
Well, I thought I'd stop down and apologize for not. I was getting back to Wayne's.
This is like much like a spaceship.
Okay.
I can get on a horse.
All right. Well, let's try to squeeze in. I don't know if it'll work or not. You get in. I don't know. That might not work.
I don't know. Oh, I don't think this is going to work.
All right. You get to see Glendora almost every week. So you stay there and I'll go.
Oh, that was the best video of the whole day. Oh, look, she got on a horse.
No filming from behind. Don't get out that way. And no posting it on YouTube either.
Let's give this to your first, second, and third graders.
These paintings are fantastic.
Gotta have a sticker that says you rode on the carousel.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Berkshire Carousel, where memories are made. We want your ride to be safe and fun. Please do not run. The bell will sound when the ride is about to begin. Please do not move out while the ride is moving. The bell will sound when the ride is stopped and it is safe to exit. Have a great ride.
Well, how can they carve these all by hand?
You did a beautiful job.
How can they do that? They carved them all by hand. Did you enjoy that win? How many times you been on it?
This is the second time.
Good girl.
It's a bench.
Oh, nice. Much better than the other.
See what it says on the back? It says a small
Well, we didn't quite take off, but we were close.
Pretty big step down here, Glendora. That's good. There we
Let's
go.
go out there.
And go right up. He's opening the.
Okay, wait a second.
It's in Methodist Church.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well dressed in green today, huh?
Green, yes.
What's the occasion?
My TV show. This is my costume.
Oh, you're okay. Oh, yeah.
They can even go to school. So it's too bad. Laura and I sat outside the Reformed Church and gave Sunday school lessons to any kids who happened to stop by. That was fun. Remember that?
Oh,
Glendora?
yeah, definitely.
Was that 3 years ago we did that?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hadn't known her very long before she wrote me into doing that.
Wayne taught Sunday school for
Yeah.
11 years.
She was just telling me.
Yeah, 11 years.
filled
And he heard from one of his people, and she said you really made a difference
Oh,
in my
that's
life.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Sandy, thank you for doing that, getting us to do that.
Yeah, well, it's
Mostly
great.
7th grade.
What's that?
I had mostly 7th grade.
Oh, that's a kind of a tough age to teach. But
Some years it was.
yeah, they certainly need the guidance. Yeah.
Hey, you walking away from us? Is that your blue coat over there? Whose coat is that?
We had a lovely ride. Now listen, you're going. Where are you going next?
We're going to Boston to a wedding on Saturday night, but I'm going to stay here for the July 4th parade.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, you know, I'm jealous of this guy. You like him too. You got 2 men in your life. I don't know. You have to choose, or you're going to be a bigamist.
Are you going back to? When are you going back to Columbus?
Well, we're going back to Columbus on Monday. Oh, look at this. Susie is a real photographer. She does great photography. I've known her since she was a young gal. Her dad was a dentist in Pittsfield. But we're going back on Monday. We're going to drive to Connecticut to Jackie's family, and we're going to go Route 70. We're going to go the southern route instead of the turnpike. We pick up Route 70 in Danbury and go across the bottom part of Pennsylvania, and then we'll cut up somewhere near Wilkes-Barre or somewhere around there.
When will you be home with the kitty?
We'll be home with the kitty probably Monday night or Tuesday night.
Well, you've done a wonderful job here.
Thank you. Well, we're still working on it.
you
This
did
is
a
the
great
first year. We want to do this every year. Have this. And this place, this guy is an interesting guy. The African-American fellow runs it from the back. He has 4 restaurants in Tampa. He came up to Marie and he said, I'd like to rent space for you guys. He doesn't pay very much, $900 a month. He makes more than that in half a day. But what he did was he put all this gravel down here. It's $2,000, $3,000 worth of gravel. Today he put up that little fence made of the cinder blocks and the stuff.
Wow!
And he gave us $350 worth of soda. It was very nice.
Well, that's a big help.
He's helping us out a little bit. We need more volunteers.
Oh, I'm happy for that.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, we've been running this, Jackie and me, paying for it. We can't do it anymore. We've put so much into it. So I'm trying to get volunteers to help out, run it, you know, to do the to do the concessions. and
Well,
stuff
I
like
think
that.
you brought a lot of attention to it today.
Oh yeah, this is good. Well, it was a start. See, they do this in Florida every year. In February, they have a Berkshire Bash, it's called, and 200 people come. So we maybe had 100, but next year we'll have more, and the following year, they've been doing it in Florida for 23 years.
Were you pleased with your response today?
Very much.
Yeah.
And I really
They came
like
from all over.
the Eagle gave all that attention. I like that the Berkshire Eagle gave that article all that attention to you. It was a
Boy,
beautiful article.
they did a lot for you.
Front page, you better frame it. You better frame it. They don't pay me for those articles, I just write them.
Yeah, I know
and,
it.
and I don't mind it, I like it.
Yeah.
And the lady you met here, Terry, I did an article about her last year about her pizza shop. Excuse me. Let me get spitting out. So, yeah.
All righty, dear.
Yeah, okay, you have a slave trip.
God be with you, dear.
And have a good time with Sandy. I mean,
And I wish to commend you upon your work.
Oh, you're doing great. You are doing great.
And thank you for it.
Yeah, and you're going to be on the local channel. Did Pat tell you with
Oh, I've got to thank you for that.
yeah.
You're the one who
But you
really
didn't need
brought
to. You didn't need to have to do all those papers because they.
Yeah, I know.
As long as you have one, you're okay. That's what he told me.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't know the peak because that young gal came up to me the first one you saw. She says, "I don't want to be on television."
Yeah.
And I said, "You don't have to fill it out." Some people like to be on TV. She didn't. Thank you so much, buddy. It's really good. And tell your friend. I'll give you a hug. Tell people
Hold on, Glendora. Hold on. And thank you.
I love it. You're so cute. I'm telling you.
We just rolled the merry-go-round.
Do I have your email?
Present? No, she needs a friend to help her with email. I don't know if you do or not.
I don't have her email, but if I send you pictures, can you show them to her? and
Yes,
stuff?
definitely.
I need your email, though. I don't think
Okay.
I have yours.
Let me write it down then.
Did you write it on the form when you read it?
Anything I can do for you, Wayne?
Not that I know of.
Okay. This is Saturday. Right, okay. You sure nothing I can do?
I'll be talking with you again.
What?
I'm sure I'll be talking with you again.
Hey, I was just saying, I got to sit down and
absolutely.
Charlie, he was here.
Wayne, thank you very much.
No, Wayne? Yeah. I brought him here. Do you know Glendora? No. She was a TV celebrity back
Glad
in
to
the
meet you.
1950s. This is Peter.
Hi, Peter.
What is this? This is not till next year. We're on the committee together.
Yes, yes.
Well, you know that.
I didn't go to my reunion this year. Do you know that?
No.
It was last week.
No kidding.
I went to Mark's 68th birthday party, the shoe store Mark. It was out at Busquets. That was nice. The reunion was a dinner that nobody liked at the Italian-American Club on Newell Street.
Goodbye, Peter.
I want to say goodbye.
Goodbye, Jim. Bye, Jim.
Nice meeting you, Glenn.
Bye, Peter.
What's your step here? Here, come this way. It's a little muddy right there.
Ooh,
There you go.
thank you.
Okay. It's going to be hot in the car. Well, Wayne, it was very nice to see you again.
Thank you, Sandy. You know, you got a picture last year, and I had understood you to say you would email it to me.
Okay, a picture of you in Glendora? Okay, I will try to find that.
Okay.
And,
I had given you my address.
all right, let me see.
I can give it to you again.
Let me see if I can find it. Did I take it with my phone or with Glendora's phone, or how did I?
I don't remember. I thought it was with yours.
Okay, because I could do it right now if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. So it'll be way back at the beginning.
Glendora, I read something said that you lived in Pittsfield at one time. Is that
I did.
Where did you live in Pittsfield?
Well, the first place was just a few streets down from Bank Row, going that way.
Was it something like,
It was a boarding house.
okay, was it on maybe Copley Terrace or something?
No, it was a little residential street, and a woman had a boarding house.
Bartlett Avenue maybe? Bartlett or Pomeroy?
It was only 5 or 6 blocks
Let me take one right now of you two,
Okay.
and then I can email it right now. How's that?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, one more. Okay, now let's Put your email in.
It's W-A-Y.
Hold on a second. Lowercase?
Yes. B-N-E.
B? Oh wait, is this it right here? Is that your address?
Yes, B-N-E-P-H-S at yahoo.com. That's
Okay,
it.
so it's in there already.
Okay.
So, and I'm titling it You in Glendora. So, all right. So I think it went. We'll try it again just to be sure. And then check your junk mail too.
There's always plenty of that.
WAYBNEPHS at yahoo.com.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right, I think it's sent then. So, I think it should be sent. Let's see what else. Oh, this is the one. Do good and avoid evil, to be obedient to our parents and respectful and courteous to all, to do unto others as we would like to have others do unto us, to be loyal and faithful to God. I took a picture of the SS Glendora rules. I'll send you that one too, okay? You probably know them since you watched the show. You already know them. Oh, what we call it, rules and regs. This is very convenient, the way emails pop right up. I like that. I want to say SS Glendora. I'll just call it SS Glendora rules.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I hope those go through. If they don't, let Glendora know, and we'll try to figure it out.
Okay.
All right.
Glendora, it was great seeing you again.
Good to see you, dear boy.
You have a safe trip back, and may you
thank you
feel
so much.
yourself surrounded by gentle presence.
This has been great, a great union. Were you pleased with it?
Yes. Were you?
Yes. I thought the response was terrific.
Yes, yes.
Those people, after all these years, coming
Yes.
so
Yes.
far. They came from so far.
Made a wonderful impression.
Oh, yes.
It was good for Pittsfield.
Yes, and thank you for signing the pictures for me.
Oh, you bet.
Glendora, do you think you want some of that fruit now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Bye, Wayne.
Bye,
Great to see you.
Nice to see you.
See you on the merry-go-round next
Yes, I
year.
hope you can come again. We'll be talking soon.
Make the children feel like they're
You sure
part
you don't
of.
want to lift? Okay. To make them part of a bigger something with common ground. To learn the golden rule.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And I think that was great that was included.
What'd you
in the
say?
I think it was wonderful that was included as part of the television show.
Yeah, that was a good thing. We tried to do a lot of things like that. And so now, folks, it's 4:35, and we head west.
Yeah.
And I think the storm is behind us.
Oh, there's another one coming.
From the west,
It's right above us. I'm
Right,
not
hold-
sure where it's come from, but it's right above us now.
you're so good at
Bye,
orientation.
Pittsfield.
You don't get lost.
I
Here's a
wouldn't
view of
say that,
Pittsfield,
but,
folks. What street is this, Sandy?
This is Route 20, I believe. I think we're back on Route 20, going out of Pittsfield.
Here it is, Sandy. Do you hear it, folks, on the roof? Isn't that nice? I like it. Whee!
Big one.
Leaving Pittsfield, Massachusetts, Berkshire County, Adirondacks.
Well, that's, so he organizes that whole thing?
He organized that whole thing. I hope it made some revenue, because they have put so much of their personal money into it. So we're on Route 20.
We are on Route 20.
Going west? Going west?
No, I thought we'd go east for a change. A little adventure. We are going west.
Thank you so much, my dear friend.
Oh, it's very nice to meet all those people that had seen your show as children. Seemed like the show meant a lot to a lot of people.
Did everybody?
Almost every person said they used to run home from school.
Yes, bless their hearts.
One
It was
one
meant.
woman quick did her chores and her homework.
She was. Yeah.
Very motivated to get her chores and homework done so she could watch the show on time.
And had to hang up her clothes.
Right, her school uniform, her school clothes, yeah.
Thank you for the merry-go-round ride.
That was fun.
Isn't he an amazing person?
Yeah, certainly a very energetic guy.
His momentum.
Yeah. Now, what else do they do when they're not organizing the Pittsfield reunion?
Well, I told you about the Carousel Convention.
Right, that's
The three
right.
states, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New Hampshire.
Right.
He's going to start a fundraiser. He said just now, this is news to me, he he's going to start a fundraiser like this in Florida. He publishes books.
Why Florida? What's in Florida?
Excuse me?
What's in Florida?
They go there all winter long.
Okay.
And he writes for the Berkshire Eagle every 2 weeks. He publishes books. He loves his cat. The cat drives to Florida with him every fall and comes back every spring. He runs the Pittsfield Club of Alumni of the college, of the school, the high school. He got the show on TV in Pittsfield. He was a teacher.
What age group did he teach?
Excuse me?
What age group did Jim teach?
Yeah. I'm not going to guess, honey. This is Hancock Village?
This is it, yeah?
The Shaker Village.
Yes, it is.
Look at their buildings, aren't they beautiful?
Yeah. And still standing.
Why would they lose out and know that they were going to lose out? The children that they helped out couldn't persevere and keep it going? The Shaker
No,
College?
it's the industrial revolution
Oh.
that did in the Shakers, because people at one time people came there because they had nowhere else to go, and there was no work.
Oh.
But with the building of factories in the cities, and people went to the cities to work in factories instead.
I see. What were their years?
Oh boy.
1800s?
Yeah, 1800s, but when it started, when to when, I'm not sure.
But this
The
village.
1970s, I think, is the last of the Shakers.
Really?
There were 3 women, either in New Hampshire or Maine.
And they were the last 3 Shakers?
They were the last 3 Shakers. 3 elderly women. Oh, they must have known something, because their work is just beautiful. You know, the furniture they make is so pretty, and their design on the interior is so nice.
Sunday morning, July 1st, 7:30. The way the toes curl. Let's see, that's her toe, that's her heel, that's her knee, right? And then this is her hip. And trying to get the analogy to people. Back home to Happy House 3 after the exciting trip to Pittsfield, Massachusetts yesterday, July 1st. Happy new half year. That's right. Happy New Year. No, happy new half year. Happy new health half year. Happy new health half year. You have any resolutions? Yes. 1. Write legibly. 2. Eat saintly. 3. Be refined. 4. Drink 5 glasses of water a day. 6. Exercise the body every day. Write legibly. Now it's time for purification. Dress up. Write the Glendora Soul to Soul. Make a video of it. Put 2 jokes onto Facebook for today and tomorrow. Go sit on the porch upstairs and watch the world go by. Feed the birds either macaroni or freshly baked bread. Do the dailies, the daily work, the telephoning, the in-mail, exercise the body, and so forth. And try to do the cycle that you haven't done for 2 weeks. Review the events of 2016, the Glendora Vegetarian Club, start the end of the month, adding up the expenses, the think folder. You haven't gone through the telephone computer for 2 weeks. That's going to be a long job. Read Friends of Animals and the other magazines that came in. Try to resolve BronxNet with Robert Jackson. Bring the log up to date for the Glendora Public Access Television Network. The progress at Pittsfield. I think that's it, isn't it? You think you can do that in a day? No. Oh. What did one wall say to the other wall? James Schulman asked us. I'll see you at the corner. I'll meet you at the corner. Grace and peace unto you, my dear friends, from God the Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And I set up these things wrong so that I have to walk in front of the camera. I apologize. This is no longer Sunday morning communion, is it, folks? What is it? It is Glendora, soul to soul. You and I have a soul-to-soul talk every Sunday morning. Isn't that nice? And we have soul-to-soul talks with the whole universe, with what we call God. And what is God? God is everybody and everything. God is all one. God is all continuous. God is all there is. God is helping others. God is no ego. God is no self. God is no evil. Don't think about it. Don't have anything to do with it. Don't see it, hear it. Think it, do it. Say it. And thank you, Franklin, for sending down these 2 checks from heaven every month. Thank you. Did you spend all the money last month? No. Did you go in the hole? No. How much did you have left over? I don't know. Maybe $100? Well, what can you tell me about God? We've already said a lot. I've made some notes here for you. One thing I can tell you, folks, it's wonderful to count about blessings. But when we were unsophisticated, we didn't realize that you count blessings not for yourself. The blessings that you count are for everybody. And the blessings that you get are from everybody. You don't count blessings for yourself. You count blessings that came to you and everybody else. Are you talking about all blessings? No, I'm talking about one blessing. You take one blessing and you're thankful for it. But you're not thankful for it for you alone, but you're thankful that it was given to the whole universe. It was given to all of us. And that it came from all of us. Okay, that video you saw in Pittsfield of the homecoming, of the people coming back to the SS Glendora of 1955 to 1962 and coming back and living it again and being together again. It wasn't a blessing for me, it was a blessing for all of us. All of us. For you. And it was a blessing from all of us. It wasn't a blessing that I bestowed on anybody, it was a blessing from all of us. Now, let's see if I can find that. Here's the to-do list. We can't do our videos outdoors this beautiful summer. We cannot. And here it is, the half of the year. Happy new half year. Happy new half year. You got any resolutions? Yes, the same one I had for last year. Write legibly, drink 5 glasses of water a day, exercise the body every day, eat saintly every day, get the work done every day. Be refined. So, I'm looking for another great thought for you here. Well, we covered that pretty well, that it comes from everybody and it goes to everybody. And there's something here about the saints. Men Who Walked with God, Men Who Have Walked with God by Sheldon Cheney, published during the war, right during the invasion of Europe, 1945, 1944. And all of those saints, those people who have walked with God, Brother Lawrence, Jesus Christ, William Blake, St. Francis of Assisi, all of them who have walked with God and known the oneness and have felt the mysticism. They feel that oneness with God. And I think we are, aren't we? Aren't we just maybe in a little minuscule way? Aren't we feeling it? Aren't we living it? That oneness with God? I think we are. We're a lot better off than we were. We've come a long ways. So let's just let me go over it again. God is one, God is only, God is the universe, God is the cosmos. God is the soul that's inside of you. The soul that's inside of you is the God that's inside of you. And it is continuous with the God inside of the person next to you or what the animal next to you. That God is goodness and kindness. That God is strength and energy and life. And that when the God goes out of a body, that's the body goes into recycle. That when the time comes, you hope you'll be two things, happy and thankful. You hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, think no evil, do no evil. I don't know, I can't answer the questions about evil, can you? No, I can't. It is there, but I know I don't have to think about it. I know that I can think about the grandeur and the beauty and the creativity and the motion of the universe. I can think about the spin of the earth, how grand that is. I can think about how the earth is halfway around the sun. Already? Yes, already. It is July 1st. Today is July 2nd. I can think about the wonders of electromagnetism, the wonders of the water, how the earth is 2/3 water, how we have the grand seas, the oceans, the great big lakes, the great big rivers. I can think about that. I can think about gravity, how wonderful that is. I can think about the spin of the earth. I can think about the magnitude of clusters of galaxies and star systems and planet systems, the beauty of the night. I think we've covered it here. Okay. Our Bible passage. Excuse me just a second. Oh, I forgot to run you the video that we did Friday. Well, hi there, folks. It's not Sunday morning communion anymore. Did you know that? No? Well, what is it? It's Glendora Soul. Sunday morning communion was sort of a pedestrian name, sort of inane. So we needed something that was loftier. Something that reached around and around the universe as far as it goes. So we'll call it Glendora Soul to Soul. My soul to your soul. It's not yours, it's not mine. It's soul to soul. This always happens on television. You never can get anything to work.
You like to be with the rich and the famous? Well, I would say that God...
Okay, I'll pull the audio from the back.
I would certainly say that God is the most famous.
Can we pull the audio in plug? Oh, where were we? On the Bible passage. And it is John 16. (23), and I will read it to you. Sandy tells me there's a new Bible, and it includes books that never been in the Bible before. John 16:23, and in that day you shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whatsoever you shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. We have been over this several times. Ginny Palmer, Glendora, if you had a nice daddy and you wanted something, wouldn't you ask your daddy for it? No, Ginny Palmer, I would not. My daddy has always known what I needed. And my daddy has always given it to me. And I'm very, very uncomfortable asking my daddy for anything after which my daddy has given me so much. I do not go for petition, supplication. Oh, but it says, ask and you shall receive. Okay, all right, okay, that's the way it is. But I can't do it. I receive without asking. And I say my daddy has given me all I needed, but my daddy has given me all I wanted. Because what I want is the same thing that the whole universe wants. All of us want it together. And all of us receive it together. There again, it's that allness and that oneness that's so hard to grasp and so hard to maintain in the thought. But there it is. It's not just little pieces. You're a piece and I'm a piece. We are not particulars. Like the air, like the water. We are a one. We're all one unified body. And I left that concept out when we were talking about who is God and what is God. That's a very important concept. The concept that we are a unified body. We are cohesive. We're not adhesive. We're not parts glued together. And I also left out, too, this very important point. What is sin? What is unhappiness? It's trying to take a piece out of the universe and taking it over aside, and you say, oh, I'm better than anybody else. I'm smarter, I'm richer, I got a bigger car, I got a bigger house, I'm the boss. That's what sin and unhappiness is when you do that. That whole thing is a fake. It doesn't exist. It's phony. It can't exist. It's a mirage. that cannot exist. The only thing that can exist is the oneness and the holiness. And the goodness and the kindness. So thank you, John 16:23. Alrighty. And the hymn that we're going to think about today, folks, this is the most wonderful hymn. It sounds pedestrian, it sounds innocuous, it sounds hackneyed, it's over and over. But you gotta think about it. It's got everything in there that we're talking about. It's got everything in the universe. I need a pitch pipe. For the beauty of the earth, for the glory of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. Lord of all, to Thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. For the joy of every hour, morning, noon, and sleep at night, hill and vale and tree and flower, sun and moon and stars at night. Lord of all, to Thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. For the joy of eye and ear, for the heart's and mind's delight, for the mystic harmony, linking sense to sound and sight. Lord of all, to Thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. For the joy of human love, brother, sister, parent, child, friends on earth and friends above, every word that's tender and mild. Lord of all, to Thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. Amen. You see how that covers everything? Little simple words, simple references, and it covers everything. Jokes. What did one snowman say to the other? I haven't seen our friend Herb around lately, have you? No, not since he went to Florida. What do you call fake spaghetti? The great imposter. The boss says everything in this office is insured except the clock, and the employees keep a watch on that. The boss is a mature thinker. All of his ideas are 60 years old. A man had a calculator that had built-in memory. He sat down at his desk, he turned on the calculator, and the calculator said, "What about yesterday you were trying to balance your checking account and you slammed me down on the table?" Does your husband read faster after he took that speed reading test? Did it help him any? Oh yes, he moves his lips now much faster. And the man who said, if I ever have a heart transplant, what? I want the heart of my boss. Why? It's never been used. A man says, there's nothing I wouldn't do for my brother, and there's nothing my brother wouldn't do for me, so we go through life doing nothing for each other. The judge has an even disposition. He's mean to everybody. The judge's mind is wandering. Don't worry, dear. It's too weak to go very far. Do you know anybody in Who's Through? Do you know anybody in Who's Through in America? Do you know anybody who's... I guess that's it. Do you know anybody who's... Do you know anybody who's who in America? Do you know anybody who's through in America? Your husband took a clinical psychology course. Now, is he behaving much better? And the wife says, yes, he's doing the wrong things much faster now. Listen, folks. A man left a message on the telephone recorder. And it said, without doubt, the best show in the nation. And then a couple of words that were indistinguishable. And then the word spectacular. Glendora, keep it up. You are the best. It's not very often, folks, that you get a accolade from public access television. Maybe that's the first one this year, and here it is a half year, right? It was anonymous. However, his telephone number did register. That's good. We have to know if we're doing the right thing. But Glendora, all the whole universe and all of you together and all of the friends and oneness, that tells you whether you're doing the right thing. That's what you have to go by. But it's nice to hear it from the back end. Now, where are we? Show and tell. You call me up, please, and tell me everything you did last week. All the good things that you did. Okay. I tried to make this better by putting it in this little black book for you, day by day. And what happened last Sunday? Well, when we finished Glendora Soul to Soul, which is going on right now, on that video, that was what, July 25th? June 25th. Then we do Facebook. Sunday morning. We do Facebook for Sunday and we do it for Monday. And Facebook is reaching about 1,000 people every week. It's called Glendora 30 Seconds. And it's a joke. And the 32nd idea has many blessings surrounding it. And lately, we've been adding to it, after we do the joke for Sunday and Monday, we might put in a hymn, like for the beauty of the earth, to help people feel the oneness and know it and experience it and enjoy it and do it. And after that, we go up on the front porch on Sunday morning and watch the world go by. And of course, every day we go out and feed the birds. What are you feeding them now? This week I've been feeding them macaroni. And that's wheat, and that's good for them, I think. And that's filling. And then, what happened after that, folks? I guess that was just about the end of the day, because in the earlier part of the day, we did something like 22 television shows. And they were for Chicago, Highland Park, Illinois, which is near Chicago, Jamestown, Waterbury, Schenectady, hi Jeb, and Rockville, Maryland, Montgomery County. We did weeks 3 for them and weeks 4 for August and September, to be played in August and repeated in September. And then we wrapped them 4 in a package for each of those TV stations. So I guess that was enough for a day, don't you think? So on Monday, I think we did 27 telephone calls. No more than that, because we did the calls that we couldn't do Saturday and that we couldn't do Sunday. And we did a whitewash and a color wash. And we helped Best Friend, and their position in life is to save all of them. Save them all. Best Friend. And they're talking about dogs and cats. So we sent $5 to them. And into their envelope, we put the mailing from Mercy for Animals. And I will be reading that to you later in the week. Nathan has a new approach. He has a 4-step approach to stopping farm animal abuse. And I will go over those with you later, as I say this week. And I made candy. I do not like anybody else's candy. All my life I've eaten somebody else's candy too much. And it isn't any good. And the realization of that came to me when I realized that Butterfingers aren't good anymore. They don't taste good anymore. Clark bars don't taste anymore. Charleston Chew doesn't taste good anymore. Reed's butterscotch and root beer is really gone terrible. Oh, it's awful. No taste, no flavor. It's nothing. I don't see why they bother to make it anymore. Bit of honey isn't good anymore. And the gums that they make aren't good anymore. So I'm making my own candy, and it's really simple, but it is good. It tastes good. What do you put in it? Well, you put a little bit of vegetable oil in the pot, and you put in some white sugar, and then you put in some brown sugar, and I don't know what good this does, but I'll try it until the bottle's empty. Corn syrup, what does that do for candy? And a little bit of salt. And you boil it. In the meantime, you take a pie plate and you put oil on the bottom so the candy won't stick to it. And then when you think the candy's done, and I never know when that is, you put in your flavoring. Vanilla. Well, I couldn't tell the vanilla from the anise, and I put anise in it. Well, it was a good flavor. It's a licorice flavor. And then you just pour it in that pie plate and leave it. And it is the best tasting candy, and I can stand at Walmart with candy bars 300 or 400 on both sides of me and not want any of them, because they aren't good anymore. Oh, we made an article for the Advertiser, and we called up Pat Nichols in Manhattan, where she's taking care of her 2 grandchildren, a little boy and a little girl, twins. And she took it down in longhand, and then she will call up the advertiser and give it to him by email. And because the advertiser likes it that way, they don't have to type it that way. And it was an article about being vegan and helping the dear little animals. And we reviewed Joy Book 424. A Joy Book lasts about a couple of weeks. I'm talking about a 5-subject, one of these. Only lasts a couple of weeks. What's a Joy Book? You write down what your conscience has told you to do, and then you write down what you did do, and you write down any great thoughts that come your way. Like a blessing you're not thankful because it came to you. You're thankful because it came to all of us. And a blessing comes from all of us. And Pat Nichols really understands what life is all about. You just help others. So what happened on Tuesday? Tuesday the 27th. About 20 telephone calls. We started telephoning all of the TV stations at Glendora Public Access Television Network, and we telephone 5 TV stations a day to see what they want done, to make sure that the program is being cablecast, to hear if they heard anything. No, we haven't heard a thing. We don't get any comments on public access, so that's why that one that I read to you a few minutes ago is so special, because it's so rare. Here's another woman who knows what life is all about. Maureen Fitzgibbons Solari. She called me and says, you want to go to the museum today? Which means she picks me up, takes me to the museum, then she goes off and does errands, and then she picks me up in about an hour. And I have an hour over there to get things all organized, and I got column 6, standing up at attention, not leaning this way, not toward the bow and toward the starboard, and made the labels all very clear, and made the index very clear. The index you can carry under your arm. And then the errand that she did was for the Glendora Vegetarian Club. She bought 6, 12, 18 hot dog buns and 18 of Stewart's very special hard rolls, which are soft rolls, but they're quite well done. And she bought Lay's potato chips, and that was for the Glendora Vegetarian Club cookout, which was to be the next day. So, worn out by all this, so deep sleep in the middle of the day, that's what you have to do, I think. You can just go so long and the energy is gone and you've got to lie down. At least this is at 89 years old, and you have to get the ergs back again, and then you wake up and you go ahead and you feel fine. Sandy, my friend Sandy, there's another one who knows what life is all about. No self, others. Went to Nantucket, 9 hours, and picked up her daughter, Alyssa, who was undergoing tests to eliminating fainting spells. So she came back and they had the tests. And they think they found out what it is. And also Tuesday we're talking to my dear friend Ed Whitney in Westport, Connecticut. Another far advanced human being. And he writes books. And he knows who is running the world and who is trying to ruin the world. However, I know who is trying to make the world better. And that is what's going to happen. We're just going to get better and better all the time. Aren't we? Because we are working together, hand in hand, in joy, in happiness, and in success. So I talked to my friend Ed Whitney, who has published a new book. It's just come out. His other book was a revitalization of the controllers, the international bankers, the World Money Fund, or whatever they are, who are trying to take the world over. The Lucifers, he calls them. I am going to stay away from that, okay? All I see is what we're trying to do, help people and help animals and help everybody that we can. And that's what we will think about. Where are we now? Oh, we're up to the grand day of Wednesday. All of the daily work gets done every day, but not all of the cycle. But the daily jobs do get done. And Gregory Washburn came, and he had the best time. No, wait a second. That was Thursday. Gregory Washburn came, and we tried to work out the problems with BronxNet. Oh, BronxNet, it's so simple. It's so simple to do public access. You really don't need a sponsor, and it doesn't have any statutory authority. But just make it simple, a one-page form. You don't have to have 4 pages. You don't have to have it submitted every program. Okay, BronxNet, okay, we'll do it your way. So we wasted a lot of time on that. And time that we should have been spending preparing the Glendora Vegetarian Club, and it happened, and it was grand. It was outdoors on the banks of the Valatie Kill. In Dutch, the word kill means stream. And Morgan brought out his cooker, and he did the fry pats, which is a specialized hamburger for mostly for health conscious people and for the Seventh-day Adventists. And he cooked stacks and stacks of fry pats, hamburgers, and he cooked stacks and stacks of hot dogs, and they were so tasty. And they were vegetarian, and no animal had to be crushed and suffer and be born into misery and die into misery for those. And he browned the rolls. I like the rolls brown. You know, you take a piece of bread and with a pastry brush, lightly olive oil and lightly salt, and you put it in the oven. And people, and I think it's butter. It tastes like butter. Try it. A little bit of olive oil and a little bit of salt, and put it in the toaster. Or put it in the oven. And then the people brought such good potlucks, salads, and Joyce brought all the way from White Plains an Asian dish of noodles that were so tasty, and fruit. And the whole Glendora Vegetarian Club is on the YouTube Facebook and Twitter by now, and it'll be on the TV stations in August and September. It's in this bunch that I told you about, from Chicago to Rockville. And then Debbie Holden brought me the Berkshire Eagle. The Berkshire Eagle had a huge spread on Glendora's coming to homecoming in Pittsfield at the merry-go-round, at the Carousel on West Street, to sign pictures for all of her SS Glendora fans and little children of 1955 to 1962. And you will see how that turned out too. And all these little children now are 70 years old. But we did have one grand reunion, one grand homecoming, thanks to Mr. James Schulman. And then Debbie did a fantastic job introducing a chat with Glendora for the Pittsfield people. Thank heavens they're the only ones in the United States who require, and illegally, an introduction. But she went along with it and she did a great job. She turned something negative into something very, very positive. And that you'll see too. That's in this group of videos. She's a teacher of deaf children in the Pittsfield schools. And she fasted for 3 days. And the end of the third day was at the Glendora Vegetarian Club. And she didn't eat a thing. And she saw 12 of us eating right in front of her. And she didn't break down. And the next morning she was finished with her fast. She said she never got hungry. Why? Because I've done nutrition for so long. Well, what do you mean, Debbie? Well, I take a handful of spinach, I take a handful of celery, I take an avocado, I take something else, and I put it in the blender and I make 16 ounces of that and I carry it with me all day. And I'm not hungry. And she uses almond butter. I didn't hear her talk much about fruit. I didn't hear her talk about, I did hear some nuts mentioned. I didn't hear anything of grains mentioned, but certainly nothing but fruit, grains, nothing but vegetables and nuts. And she says, I lost 16 pounds over this past, not only the 3 days, but well, how much do you weigh now? Well, I weigh 117. I said, well, is that it? No, I want to get down to 115. I was 115 pounds when I met Gary, my husband. And I want to get back to that. And he hasn't got an inch of fat on him. He looks terrific. And he's vegan. Not as severely as she is. Something there that entices me, eating just vegetables, raw, unprocessed. Okie dokie. Now we go to Thursday. Thursday, the morning dailies got done. That is, you get up and take care of the house and dress and wash and take care of .com and tidy up the house, and you go up on the porch and make sure the dumpster hasn't been abused and make sure the recycle things go into recycle instead of in the dumpster. You pick up the litter, you look at the mailbox, you check the laundry room to make sure somebody hasn't made havoc of that. You check the empty apartment, and it is beautiful. The empty apartment's been empty for a long time. I didn't tell you that the appraisers were here, and I said, you know, you've had an inspector, you've had a potential buyer, you've got an appraiser, now what's next? And he says, for you to meet your new landlord. Well, I don't take landlords, I have only one lord, the new owner. Well, we will see. It's not our will, folks, it's your will. And then you go and feed the birds. You make sure you exercise your body, and you make sure you do Facebook joke every day. And then you sit down and do about 27 telephone calls and check on 5 TV stations around the country. and then you do the in-mail, and it's usually 3 a day, and it's usually 2 requests to help animals. So you send $5 to one animal group, and then you get out another animal envelope, and you address it to them, and you send them $5 to that one, and then you send the material from the previous $5 and ask them to send $5 to the previous one, and on it goes. You pass it on. It's wonderful that so many people are wanting to help animals. Are they truly doing it, folks? Is it real? I would rather err on the side of being ripped off than of not, so I send everybody $5. And I ran out of $5 money orders, and it was only 10 that the postmaster brought me. It was only a week ago, wasn't it, that the postmaster brought me 10 $5 money orders and the 2 packages? Well, Timothy Owen said he wanted to come over and go over the list of vegetarian meat. Worthington Foods, what's the one that begins with H? Loma Linda, Cedar Lakes, and go over their whole list that they have at the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Schenectady and see what I would order and what I would never order. And then he's going to go around to all of his other patrons and get that and clean up his list. He declined to go to South Lancaster, Massachusetts, near Worcester. He declined to go with me. I thought it would be kind of fun to go over Old Route 2, which is a national route. Stops in Bangor, Maine, up around there somewhere. And it starts way over on the coast, the west coast. I thought it'd be fun to go down Route 2 to see what they have. The Seventh-day Center, the book center, and the vegetarian food center. But he says that's too long a trip for him. Okay. But the bad thing that Timothy did is that he said he'd be here at noon. At 11:30 he called up and he says, I can't come, I just got too much to do. Timothy, don't please ever do that again. The whole day was built around you and a lot of time was lost. I couldn't go out and do the errands. I sent Gregory out to do them, but he had the best time spending my money. He bought another 10 $5 money orders. He went over to the museum and he went through columns 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're done. And he made sure the columns were standing up straight, nothing was caving in. He made sure that everything had a legible large print label, and he made sure that the index was legible for me to read. I don't think he threw anything away. If I'd been there, I might have been able to pass a few things along. And then he went to Walmart, and he got 6-inch bandages for the knees, and 3-inch bandages, ace bandages. He got photographic paper for the Epson copier that copies photographs beautifully. The color copy cartridge is $62. The machine costs $50. And he got something else. And then he exercised the Lincolns. Then he did a few things on the computer. And then he left at 7. Did you feed the animals twice a day? Yes, twice a day. I think that was Thursday, folks. What's your show and tell? You people in Morocco, do you like to hear how life goes in the United States of America in the Northeast? You people in India, you people in South Africa, you people in the United Kingdom, you people in Norway. A lot of people in Norway watch it. Not a lot, 6 or 7. I called Debbie Holden for the last time. She's leaving July 1st, or did leave July 1st Saturday, to go to England to visit Gary's mother and father. They are also going to Spain and Portugal. They'll be gone 6 weeks. Our whole family's going. Her son gave up his plans for the summer to go with them. And their daughter, who's a senior in high school, is going with them to see their grandpas and grandma. Did I tell you that Megabus gave me back $65 cash? I think so. No, $75 cash. And thank you, Maureen Fitzgibbons, for seeing that that was done. We're up to the 28th, Thursday. The advertiser didn't come. Thursday, we spent, no, that was Friday. Order out of chaos, putting away the Glendora Vegetarian Club. The papers, the record, the food, the dishes, the tablecloths, the chairs, the tables. It was 3 hours. Order out of chaos. But the dailies got done, folks. All of the daily work, including the Facebook. We called DCTV, Public Access in the District of Columbia, and asked them how to get our program on and where it used to be on. And then they very sneakily got it off of there, violating all kinds of laws, but I've sued them so many times I didn't want to sue them again. And the woman in administration said that a man would tell us how to do that. And his extension rang 20 times and no answer. So that's as far as we got with Public Access TV in the District of Columbia. The weather has been very, very interesting. Some severe thunderstorms, but lots and lots of rain for the trees and for the beauty of our eye. Telephoning is all up to date. The in-mail is up to date. Our town newspaper came. We couldn't find our article in it, or at least Wayne couldn't. So we'll look at it again. And we did 10 hours making TV shows. How many TV shows did you make? I think it was 12. 4 for Hartford and 4 for San Antonio. We have to make special shows for San Antonio because Mr. Burns doesn't think my local telephone number should be on the San Antonio program. That is forbidden editorial control, Mr. Burns, but we will go along with you on that. And these are 4 for August to be repeated in September. We wrap them ready to post on the 3rd week of July. That's how it goes. The video would be May and June, to be posted in July, to be cable cast in August and September. And then all of the daily work got done on top of the 10 hours of making TV shows. Isn't that fun? And then came Saturday. And we have a very good video for you for Saturday. All of the daily work got done, all the daily details, by 10:30, and I waited for my friend Sandy, who donated to me 9 hours of her life. And as if that wasn't enough, she wouldn't let me pay for gasoline, she wouldn't let me pay for the food she bought me, baked beans and corn on the cob, and the french fries I didn't like at all, but Wayne liked them. And she wouldn't let me pay for the ride on the carousel. So off we went to Pittsfield, and it's a very lovely ride along Route 20 over Lebanon Mountain and past the Lebanon car racing track. And it's just loaded. There must have been 1,000 cars there. I can't understand how people can spend their lives doing things like that. What good does it do the world? Am I prejudiced? Please talk to me about that. And then we saw Wayne Collins, who stayed with us for 5 hours, from noon to 6, almost 6 hours. And all the people came from years and years back. I would come home from school, and first I had to hang up my clothes, and I had to do my homework, and then I could go watch the SS Glendora on TV. And they all told me about that, how they would come home and watch it, and the love in their eyes, and the excitement, and the joy, and the fun of it. It was children's programming to its best, which will never been seen again, which has never been seen again, folks, and will never be seen again. Well, who knows? Anyway, it was like Camelot. It was a day that it existed, but it's gone now. But it lives in their hearts. And they came, and we hugged, and we kissed each other, and I autographed photographs for them. I gave them a copy of Lucent magazine with the Glendora red outfit and the trees on the front cover. I asked them to sign my application for public access TV in Pittsfield. I have something else in mind. Pat Gormley told Jim Schulman, you don't have to do that, don't do that, you don't have to do it, but I have something else in mind. And so it went for 5 delightful hours. A blessing to all of us, folks, to all of us, to you as well, and a blessing from all of us. It was a great afternoon. Thank you, Sandy, for your devotion and your friendship and your dedication. Sandy thought the three of us, Wayne, herself, and myself, could sit in one bench on the carousel. But it took a can opener to get this. We started to, and it took a can opener to get us out of there. No pun intended. And Sandy rode on a horse. Those horses are all hand-carved, sandpapered, painted, lacquered. Beautiful, up and down. And I got the video of it. I don't have to tell you about it. It's all on video. Well, Sandy and I got back to Happy House 3 at about 6. And she said, what about Jesus? And we talked about Jesus for a long time. What about God? We talked about God for a long time. And then we unloaded everything. Sandy went on her way, having given 9 hours of her life and all of that money, all of that energy. Goodbye and thank you. And it's always the same thing. Get the dress clothes off, go to the bathroom, wash, cook .com supper, sit down with .com while she eats, maybe snack a little bit, and right straight to bed. Well, I was surprised that sleep didn't go until 5 o'clock the next morning. In 2 hours I was reconstituted after all that. So I got up. Looked around, see if I could do anything for anybody. Did the haircut, cut the nails, keptfeeding.com. Making sure that if the body did want to go back to sleep, I did, but finally I think I went back to sleep at 10:30 until 5. And so this morning, up, bathroom, brush, cook.com's breakfast, she always gets hot meals. And the purification, Buddha used to call it purification in the morning when he'd go in the stream. Of course they had better weather all year round than we did. And he could go in the stream, and that was his purification. And then to dress up, and then to sit down and write this for you, and then to sit down and video it. Next will be Facebook, jokes from Sunday and Monday, today and tomorrow, and a hymn. We'll keep working on For the Beauty of the Earth. I think we're up to the 2nd verse. We've come a long ways, haven't we? We've come a long ways with our soul to soul. And we're getting better and better, aren't we? In the whole universe. That's the modus operandi, to get better and better. So the big thought that came today is that a blessing to you is a blessing to all of us. And a blessing from you is a blessing from all of us. Don't think that you did it. Don't give yourself credit for doing it. You did it. We did it all together. Okie dokie. The universe. Let's count our blessings. The universe. Born. Alive. Healthy. The universe. Born. Alive. What enormous blessings. The universe. Born. Alive. Healthy. Food. Clothing. A home. Freedom. Independence. No catastrophes. Finances. Education. Our career. Our jobs. Our spouses. Our families. Basic daily blessings. Count them several hours a day. At the top of each hour for several hours, 5 or 6. Grace and peace unto you from